I'm here to talk about Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. And there are a lot of characters in Game of Thrones that I like, and characters I like at certain points, but there are times where their storylines don't really interest me, or I'm not really liking the direction the character's going in. But I think Arya is arguably the most consistent hero in Game of Thrones, consistent in terms of being an interesting, cool character. I think early on, Arya just seemed like a cool character. This a character who is very independent, very brave, and she doesn't act, I think, the way people expect her to, and she can be a surprise and a cool surprise, and she could seem like, oh, well, she could seem like she's not anything worth worrying about, but deep down, Arya could be very strong, very intimidating, and could actually be a very cool character when given the opportunity to do so. And when it comes to the heroes in Game of Thrones, certain heroes sadly left the show too soon, and others were good throughout a lot of it, but there's certain subplots they had that weren't the best. But I think Arya, she was just pretty much always good in the show. She had cool storylines that she went on. She went on these journeys, and she was trained and had these cool fights, and was just a kind of unpredictable but consistently cool character that was just kind of good to have around. She kind of just served her story well. And she was kind of a intimidating character with a strong presence, but deep down wasn't that bad of a person and was a pretty likable person throughout. So I think she served her role very well, and I don't really actually mind what happened to Arya towards the end of the show. I actually think she was very cool in the last season of Game of Thrones, and with her big moment against one of the main villains of the show, I think is one of the coolest moments in the entire Game of Thrones series. It's arguably the coolest moment in the entire show. That was just great. It just felt like a great build up to Arya seeming like this character that has so much potential and can be so much more powerful than anybody would expect her to be. And she lived up to her potential, and that was great. So, not only do I not mind that scene, I love that scene. I think that was a brilliant choice. So, Arya, a very good character, one of the best characters in Game of Thrones, and I think she serves her role very well. So feel free to let me know if you like Arya. You can share all your thoughts about Arya in the comments.